Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Ron. Thank you for stopping by. This will be my first video for the new year 2021, and goodbye 2020, you won't be missed. So I recently did a repair on one of my FPVs, the Road Riot HD1. Today's actually quite windy out today, probably about 20-mile-an-hour winds, gusting a little bit. So I'm gonna just take it easy on my FPV, but I wanted to get a little flight time in. The weather hasn't been that great in New Jersey. It's about 50 degrees out here right now, 45, 50. So a decent day at least to get out and get a little fly time in. So that's what I wanted to do. And like I said, I just rebuilt this particular quad. So I'm gonna be gentle with it, make sure everything's working the way it should, and just kind of share some footage with you guys. I hope you enjoy the video. So while I was putting this video together, I thought it would also be a good time of year to also provide you with some FPV flying tips while flying in the cold or real severe weather. Now today wasn't too bad, but there are days when it's brutally cold or snowy outside and perhaps you've decided to fly. And do me a favor, stay tuned to the end because I'm also going to explain exactly what this is. So let's just jump right into it. My first tip that you'll want to try is some hand warmer gloves for your radio transmitter. Here's an example of a few types of gloves for your radio transmitter. I've not used these myself, but if you didn't know they existed, I wanted to mention them. If you live in really cold parts of the country, you may want to give them a try. Now, tip number two. Another tip would be to shoot from inside your vehicle when it's cold outside. Obviously, if you want to sit in the passenger side, you're going to have a lot more room for your controller and to move around. The other thing would be to keep in mind that the temperature difference, humidity inside and outside the car when it's snowy or very cold outside is your lenses are going to freeze up. So you might want to put your defrosters on, set your quad up here if things start to fog up quite a bit. Something else to keep in mind. And do me a favor, don't forget to like the video. It's always appreciated and does help with the YouTube algorithm and supports the channel. I didn't hit my 10,000 subscriber goal for last year, but I know I'm going to be hitting it in 2021. So thank you everyone that's been supporting the channel. It's always appreciated. And okay, let's jump on to the next tip. Tip number three, you can use what's called silicone modified conformal coating on your flight controller or your ESCs. It provides a strong protection against moisture, corrosion, dirt, dust, thermal shock, short circuits, high voltage, arcing, and static discharge. It's a great option if you know you're going to be flying in snowy or wet conditions. Now, you can find more information about this subject with a quick Google search. Just be careful if you have a barometer on your flight controller. A barometer basically measures the altitude of your aircraft, and you'll usually find those on model aircrafts, but you might also have one on your quad as well. So I did want to mention it, but also be careful around your USB ports so you don't get those all gummed up as well with the conformal coating. Tip number four, LiPo batteries. LiPo batteries are going to drain a lot more quickly in the cold, so make sure you keep them warm until you're ready to fly. The colder they are, the more sag you're going to see in the battery, and they're going to drain much more quickly, giving you significantly less flight times. So be careful if you're flying any distance from your starting point. You want to make sure you leave enough time to make your way back so your quad doesn't go down before you've actually got back to where you took off from. Tip number five. Now, you're also going to want to bring with you hat and gloves if you need to retrieve your FPV from the snow or the cold. So just bring a hat and gloves with you. You just never know when you're going to need it.
And boots.
Thanks, honey. And Melissa says bring your boots. Tip number six. When flying, move to the passenger side of your vehicle for more room when you're flying, and position yourself and your vehicle in a way that you can get the best communication between you and the controller and your quad. Tip number seven, if you're in your car and flying, turn on the music and rock out to some jams and have a good time. And if you got any value out of this video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. It's always appreciated. You can like, subscribe, ring that bell for future video notifications. Again, always appreciated. Until next time, stay safe, happy flying. And again, welcome to 2021. Oh, and a little about this. It's just a prop that I made for the thumbnail for this video. So if you clicked on this video because of the thumbnail, let me know in the comments below. I'd appreciate it. What it is just a twisted up coat hanger with some cotton balls glued to it. Just some Elmer's glue and some cotton balls. I thought it would make for something a little different as far as the thumbnail goes. I'm trying to make my thumbnails a little more creative. And then I just did a little editing in Photoshop as well with the help of my wife, Melissa. So until next time, guys, take care. We'll see you in the next video.